Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for memory foam. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. We're in standard tuning for this song, and we're going to begin the song with an introduction which has 4 chords. The first chord we need is a G major chord, which is a 3 on the E string, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0 on the D, G and B, and then a 3 on the high E. I'll talk through the other 3 chords and then the strumming and structure afterwards. Chord number 2 is D major. Open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B and 2 on the high E. We won't play the low E or A strings for that one. We then have E minor, which is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D strings and 0 on the remaining strings. And the final chord we need for the introduction is a C major. 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B and an open E string. Don't play the low E string for the C major chord. Now just before I show you the introduction strumming pattern, please do consider giving this video a like and a subscribe. It really does help out the channel. However, digging in with the strumming, for the introduction it's quite sparse. What we do is play the low note of the chord and then the rest of the chord after it. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We then have a slight quick up strum at the end. We then copy that for the remaining chords, so we'll find the lowest note of the D major chord, which is the open D string. We then do the same for E minor. There's that low E string to play that first bit with. And finally C major, that's the lowest note of the A string. So slowly the introduction is Now when the first verse kicks in, we can copy the same strumming pattern 2 times round for that first verse. However, we then get to a chorus, and that's where things change quite a lot. And it's worth mentioning that if you want the chord chart for this song, which has all of the chords with the full structure, as well as the chord sheet with the chords and lyrics matched up, let's say you're singing along or playing along and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, then head on over to Patreon. I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get access to not only this song, but well over 550 other songs. In fact, it's pretty close to 600 at this point. All these songs of all the latest releases. So feel free to check that out for the price of a coffee in the link in the description. Now the pre-chorus starts off with a B minor. And that B minor is a 2 on the A string, 4, 4 on the D and G, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E. And strumming wise, quite full on there. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. Going to C major, G, E minor, D, C major. So yeah, that chorus is pretty full on. B minor to C, G to E minor, D to C. We then get an outro where we can start strumming a little bit more gentle. And those chords, same as the introduction. And in fact, after that instrumental, we have a second verse, which is the same set of chords 2 more times round. And then after that, even more good news, there is another chorus, literally the same as the first chorus, except miss off the last C chord. We then get to a bridge where things change yet again, and there's going to be a new chord that comes into play for the bridge. So yeah, it might be worth checking out that link to everything over on Patreon. Saves you from trying to write it out or try and memorize it and potentially make a mistake. However, the bridge goes with C major to a new chord of A minor. Now A minor is an open A string, 2, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. We then go to E minor, to D. It then keeps going with C, E minor, A minor, and again, before finishing the bridge with a G major chord. We then get a small outro where we go back to the same chords and the same strumming pattern as the introduction. G, D, E minor, and a C major chord to get you to the end of the song. If you found that video useful, please do like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel, trying to eke towards 7,000 subscribers, and I'm getting there nice and steady. Also consider getting that extra material over on Patreon. However, I also want to say one very quick thank you to the people scrolling past on the screen who are my active patrons. The moment this video goes live, they'll get access to that content that I've mentioned earlier straight away. So thanks to them for their support. Thanks to you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.